Izoduwa. No, it's not affecting Izoduwa. Izoduwa is an employer of labor. Izoduwa cannot be hungry. Izoduwa cannot go to government house. Never went to government house during the time of Godwin. We never go to government house during the time of this D7. So, you are not trying to pay us back. Don't get that mistake. You people always get it wrong. We choose to fight for the kingdom because we believe in the kingdom. Not because we can choose to be as silent as you are. A boundary delineation, Agwalo, my Edo state, my Edo state, you know, my Nikkei, you understand? Otima, Etima ni red do not, Etima ni red do not. I will sako, or one, Wakoko Edo. It's quite unfortunate, but although my connection, one has a connection with Uhonde. One has a connection. You understand? So we are going to do boundary delineation. There I just say boundary argument to cover our 7 local governments. I've done all the analysis that we are big enough. We are almost 11,000 square kilometers. Edo North combined with Edo Central, it's about 6. I think it's about 8,000. About 8,000? No, about 6,000-7,000. I did the analysis. And I also said in my analysis that only Ovia Southwest alone is bigger than all the 5 local governments that makes up of Edo Central. Eni, Yagwohun, Izomo did it, Obakenzwa the first did it. Iyasenoheme did it, and Obakenzwa the second. Yes, Obakenzwa the second. Yeah, I think Obakenzwa the second also did it. Only 4 people have ever done already a Niyagwe. One is Omo, one Iyasenoheme, and Obakenzwa the first and Obakenzwa the second. Izomons were that wealthy. So, in any case, anybody can do any. Our primary concern is our kingdom, which is our 7 local governments. My Gwali Iyaloja, my Gwalo we going. No we do really Kinyama. So only those who came from the 7 local governments can become Iyeki. It's a plain English. Let's not be diplomatic about this matter. There's no diplomacy about this matter. Only a Benin woman can become an Iyeki. Only a Benin woman can become an Iyeki.
Thanks for clicking on this channel. Please subscribe to FO's blog history and click on the notification button so that whenever we upload a new video you will be notified. Iyaloja. Unity among the Benins has become imperative, says Izoduwa. One thing is certain, there has never been a time I ran away from a fight. Especially when it concerns Benin traditions. When Obaseki was the governor of Edo State, I never criticized him for performing well or not as a governor. In the last election, I didn't vote because I grouped all politicians as one. My only concern is my traditional institution, Mr. Izoduwa stated. He went further to talk about the 4-legged structures which the Oba of Benin used in holding the Benin kingdom. One of the 4-legged structures that the Oba of Benin used to hold the Benin kingdom is the Inyelki. Whether they like it or not, our ancestors will always prevail. Don't forget our ancestors defeated Obaseki. If D7 is not careful, our ancestors will also defeat him. 3 years before the election that brought D7, I had warned, I had begged and appealed and reached out, that people should call Godwin Obaseki to order, that we are going to punish him and also punish ourselves. Funny enough, many people think we who led that political onslaught against Obaseki are most affected by the prevailing situation in the state. No, most of us are employers of labor. If you think what is going on now is to pay us back, most of you don't know anything because you people are ignorant. Izoduwa is an employer of labor. Izoduwa cannot go hungry. Izoduwa never went to the government house during Obasiki's time, and Izoduwa will not go to the government during D7. You guys get everything wrong because we choose to fight for the kingdom because we believe in the kingdom, he said. He also said that we decided to tackle D7 on time, before he escalates to Obasiki level. We didn't tackle Obasiki on time, that is why he was difficult to contain. Obasiki was cunning and smart, unlike D7. Izoduwa also talks about the strategies to be used to protect the 7 local government areas that make up the Benin Kingdom. Ovia Northeast Local Government Area is bigger than the 5 local government areas in Edo Central. We are going to be brutal, the idea we are one should be forgotten. What you saw on Friday in our markets is child's play compared to what we are planning. What actually happened on Friday was to enforce Oba's declaration concerning Inyalki. He talks about raising money for subsequent mobilization and sensitization of our market women and people. All Benins at home and in diaspora are going to contribute money for this mission. The bank account number was dropped during the broadcast, where everyone who was interested would pay their contribution. Please sit down and enjoy this explosive broadcast from Mr. Izoduwa.
And people can call in live and join me so that we can critically analyze. So, but there are some issues. When I tell you make way life, Benny with life is but we got dere. Even with the no bad you Eladia, you know. So, but one thing that is certain, Omare Izoduwa na lenik bina, you know. Most especially although can, you know, for me. Even going back to history, if you look at all the time that Otima Godwin Yarewa, if you look at it, I have never criticized him based on his performance as a governor. On the Makame, politicians will always be politicians. I don't believe in them. On the Makame, whether he performed very well as a governor or not, that is why you see I don't discuss political issues. Okbai me group in Yaya. They are very somehow people, very anyhow people. I'm going to critically analyze these things and not see any Nina give some of these background studies. So I didn't criticize the previous government because they didn't perform as government. Those who believes in whether Nigeria will still be a good country or whether Edo State will be a good state will continue to discuss all of that. Our politicians ya in capital letter. So I usually do not discuss, except I mean I do discuss and not do what Mose because so because I know them as that, it is time wasting. I don't waste my energy discussing what will eventually happen. So make one kind a Godwin data or perform as a governor or my perform as a governor, and maybe even live video or at any time that you will post to also criticize G7. G7 now. G7 boyati even Lilian with G7. So that he performs well. It doesn't perform well. Maybe me Iyaloja do one can D7. Meaning marry one can Obaseki, whether he performed well or not. But there is a line. When you cross that line, I will definitely speak. And when I start speaking, I start influencing issues. And when I start influencing issues, I start to redirect how people think. And when I start to redirect how people think, that government is certainly to be a gunner. My mom got me no ya fellow, but you are bow. But we mo bow. Ina we tax every why yere. Ina we voted or voting anybody. Me ma voted D7. Because when me ye ancestors igwe mana need your own ancestors na ancestors igwe magwa. O wa ye makpa yo ware na me vote. No okpa because okpa ya hin. I have little or no, I have little hope in any politician. So I group everybody as one. I group everybody as one. So let it be very clear that I don't criticize government based on whether they perform or not. But I only will speak on issues that has to pertain my traditional institution. My traditional institution. On a topic, I've always been saying that there was a particular topic I've been wanting to discuss for a very long time. But you have to but not in details. Alright? In some of my classes before now, I used to talk about ikadeline no baya dedoi, the four-legged structure, all right, that the Oba of Benin used in keeping the kingdom in place. Some of you might never have heard it in your life. Eniene Obaya dedoi, four-legged structure. Edotie ikadeline no baya dedoi. So a lot of you have been a boy wadibu entani afitani so there. But wamari ikadeline ni no baya dedoi. But today ya voice o mawa no wado ikadeline no baya dedoi. Now, why I'm going to talk about the ikadeline is because one of the ikadeline, the iyeki, is a foundation of one of the ikadele. Ikadele. Why na yaze? You know, the truth is, the truth is, our ancestors will continue prevail though. All right, prevailed. Our ancestors defeated Obaseki. You understand? So, AD7 manabe yegbe. His ancestors even defeated him. You understand? The truth is, at the beginning, no matter how you people choose to think, one thing is certain. 4 years prior before, or 3 years prior before the election that brought D7, I had warned, I had begged, I had appealed, I had reached out that people should call Godwin to order. People should beg him that Eke no ni erio wefini will not only hurt him, will hurt everybody. Because one thing will be certain, we are going to punish him and punish ourselves. We are going to punish him and punish ourselves. But funny enough, people think that we who led that onslaught against him, I have been affected the most. No, you are mistaken. Some of us are employers of labor. If you think that what is going on now is to pay us back, ama eso logo wani boom It's a place of ignorance. You think that this thing that is happening is affecting Izoduwa. No, it's not affecting Izoduwa. Izoduwa is an employer of labor. Izoduwa cannot be hungry. Izoduwa cannot go to government house. Never went to government house during the time of Godwin. We never go to government house during the time of this D7. So, you are not trying to pay us back. Don't get that mistake. You people always get it wrong. We choose to fight for the kingdom because we believe in the kingdom. Not because we can choose to be as silent as you are. I can choose now that, okay, let me set them off. Funny enough, it will be quite huge. If a family man, Agbonin Wawa enjoy the UK, the US, maybe do de bawa enjoy. As ye do I no ria. As ye do I no ria. So you people are not trying to pay us back by some of you being foolish. Am I able to understand? You people are not trying to pay us back. I've seen a lot of tags since almost 3-4 days ago that where's Izoduwa? Where's Izoduwa? Where's Izoduwa? There's Izoduwa. Izoduwa do not talk until he gathers information. I don't believe in speculation. He gather information, man. He gather information, man. He discuss it. Will not come to a reasonable conclusion. The guy now, all you will mess up. You understand? Almighty heke, Almighty sege ni ayagwa. But I have discovered that amare rerio bola obaseki ona zebe. So are rerio bole lono na. And the mood of our tactics when government is around. You understand? So when we were following Godwin is a cunning man. He's a smart cunning man. Malewari block him. You understand? But on I had logo ye. On I had logo ye. And I'm going to tell you, in course, I bridled my mind. A Paidigin is here. A Montian will also join us as time goes on. There's a story I told them that nobody knows about. And I'm yafi so kwa. I may not see any anafie so kwa. Because ever there be nebote insurance. I will speak about it a little bit. So that when the time comes, when it happens, then the time why yet the nare, I told you that there was some certain things that happened that I had pre-informed you people about. Now, this is the true story. The bottom line is that I'm doing an introduction test before we're going to talk about the Iyeki proper. The Benins, whether we like it or not, at one point in time, must be united. I have always believed that. If we don't unite, we will be dissipated. We will be dissipated from the surface of the earth. I have never been drawn across political lines. Neither will I ever be drawn between political lines. I do not own one PDP politician a penny. I do not owe one APC politician a penny. I don't intend to owe them a penny now or in the future. I am not under any politician's payroll. Like I said, since 2016 till now, I have never been to any politician's man's house. I have never patronized any politician. I have never asked any politician to come and patronize my market. Everybody knows what we're here. It might be any politician were do since 2016. Babalao, what we're here, Dogume Doto. Izoduwa is amongst the only few person, less than 0.001% of the young guys who is domiciled in Edo State that can tell you this wholeheartedly. Or your bug beware. So if you think, like it has been alleged, that Emery code from APC man, I don't patronize them. The moment you're a politician, I cut you off. I don't patronize them. I remember that during the time when we were fighting Godwin, APC I told in that time of all of these people that you see, they are fighting for the palace. Is for their own political ambition. That is why I don't like them. That's what I told my brother that time. I told them that I cannot be seen in a gathering that houses these people. They are disgusting to me. I'm sorry to use that word. All of them, both in APC and PDP. Now, when this old matter started to happen, I started to say, Oteme, my guy, how far all those APC when they used to fight for me, they say, get one basse. Where me out of Palladiana, do I take get one basse? We cannot continue to make mistakes of the past and think that things will change. These people are all the same stock. They were only fighting to get power. According to their popular slang, who they eat, not they talk. No, we feel. On your say, maname ba. Even those people making noise in any PDP members that are not funny that you like it, well, let them also get to power. You people don't forget. It's not too long ago, just less than 10 months ago, 11 months ago. These same PDP members who are not saying that they are fighting for palace, or some of them are still very bitter. You know what one of the greatest legacy Obaseki ever left behind for the Benin people is bitterness amongst ourselves. You might don't understand. Quote me anywhere. One of the greatest legacy Obaseki ever left behind in this Benin kingdom is bitterness. Benin hating Benin. That is one of his greatest legacy. He will be remembered as the creator of bitter soup. You understand? That is why you see these politicians, they also know what they are doing. On also why me and Akba, the one political party, I have some persons, I will be so nikba PDP begani, any APC man wino, nikba PDP begani, ni mention any ya. When some of them left, the first thing that they mentioned, these were the people who openly was criticizing the palace. When they left PDP, the first thing that they mentioned was about Atokbe. That is, so the Benins have degraded themselves too much, so much, for crumbs, that they don't mind tearing down our traditional institution. One, so that they can feed themselves and their families. Two, to stay relevant. So when all of these things are happening, I will continue to mention his name. People don't understand why I continue to mention his name. Because you know, Sia Menok Bedo in the first place. If he had not started, that is unsuccessful. If he had not started that unsuccessful whatever against the palace, we will not have said we wanted to punish him by bringing D7. oh. Mo di semure o. Ima vote ne. Ima pa yo ware. Ima pa yo ware. So wani mo di semure. Wa be mo ekpa. Mema. Wa be mo ekpa. Ima pa yo ware. Ima vote de dis. Me hey, a visionnaire me hin. A visionnaire me hin. And at that time, when we were fighting that monster, Norezai, when we were fighting, I had also said severally, if you remember, that I particularly would have preferred us when none of our people, because we have clarity of purpose, we knew exactly what we wanted. None of our people didn't. When ina be itan pa is ever now on mama we mi dan yon wa o I actually madam. So I also told our people at that time that I cannot say that Ashwin is a bad person because he has not done anything bad in our eyes. We can only speculate based on Omanoro Eyeke. Am I the one understand? Now based on Omanoro Eyeke ni I judging yen. So we never really hated that. Probably an innocent man. We don't know whether he would have been innocent anyway, but we're always speculating probably he would have been innocent. And I sincerely said that in that election that if I wanted to vote, why any me ye? I have voting I have voting or teme, I have voting akbata. But the only reason he had votes in Akbata only win. So I don't want to waste my vote. So D7 was never in my agenda. Not in this life or in the next. Likewise as one. Because of Obaseki. In bracket. Obaseki. In our pata, my cannot in our way, mini yo bavio yo. At a voting, but they are wasting voting, man. So, Manawa gile wa. Our sauce gile. My wase, man. My how I know, in Montia, Friday, man. In that time, in Montia, me pa wa. So, it might have voted the D7. So, it might have voted the D7. It might have come answer your query. You understand? So, make by your worry. Make by your worry. Agiligili, make by your worry. I always have a strong intuition about things. But I also want to appeal that for this crisis of Iyeki, we have Israel, we have studied, we have looked at it from all angles. And I can tell you for a fact, D7 minus the government has. I swear. From the information, Oro pakati stood waba awarwae ya minus iso me showe a 70 billion ni award for Oba market. When on my figures, a boy, that's what I told someone. A boy told in ata marry 1.7 billion no. In the away 1.7 billion ya 17 billion. On mind the difference. Allegedly, on mind the difference. So, a 100 yan warwaye. Yan warwaye. Yan warwaye. There are some forces who has one agenda to eat, embezzle, gworoe, yoe, only the agenda. One na igbo wa gbe, una do mu eba ne eba kere oria, won san oga yiri yoga na ori oga ku, ori ogi yaku, ori oga 10 years because ye mo pori ade gbe mi eba e. Olorin ani bun. Olorin ani bun. So, I am going to appeal for his behalf. I'm going to appeal because I do not say things without evidences. I do not say things without having to do my research. From my research, he does not really have a bad heart towards Iyaloja. Waigui, when Emma Taita, but our Zeni Legae, the people surrounding him, vampires. Any of my women do, not necessarily him. He knew the role the palace played for him. He doesn't forget that. But it's just that he's not a man of his own capacity. Unfortunately, that's the reality. He's not in charge. In Obaseki, opposite about him. Obaseki was over in charge. Only Mariam Ibude. Obaseki was over in charge. I am your one advisor is the alpha and the omega, the beginning and the ending. You know me, yeah. If you do, manaye na a cake. When I one of my mentor series, one of the 5-hour class I had or so. In our all you marvin I shaba. When guy didn't know the raw meat. All you marvin I shaba. Area will not basically argue my people, primitive people. Name civilization. In short, the way you tell your argument maneuver do is just to take a blackberry. Have you ever seen blackberry in your life before? So he was over in charge. So we were complaining that this man is over in charge. Or Salobana is someone who is not in charge at all. Nima. I am telling you facts. I don't dwell on yes say. He's not in charge. In short, I have been told by people who are very close to him on 1 or 2 occasions. Hey, Kasala is not in charge. I'm sorry, but that's the reality. That's the reality. He doesn't have bad intention towards Benin. He doesn't. But the people around him, they talk when any data wa musa de be avenue na mo ario talking about or data wa mo capital Benin City mare na mo ario do any they will not think twice. They will not think twice. So he has a problem. He doesn't know what is going on. He's not in charge. His people are fully in charge. Unfortunately. But August State in Oro, as one time. No advocacy for Edo State. a boundary delineation agwalo my Edo state my Edo state you know my Nikkei you understand Otima etima ni red do not etima ni red do not I will sako or one wakoko Edo. It's quite unfortunate, but although my connection one has a connection with Uhonde, one has a connection. You understand? So we are going to do boundary delineation. There I just say boundary argument to cover our 7 local governments. I've done all the analysis that we are big enough. We are almost 11,000 square kilometers. I do not combine with Edo Central. It's about 6 I think it's about 8,000. About 8,000? No, about 7,000. I did the analysis. And I also said in my analysis that only Ovia Southwest alone is bigger than all the 5 local governments that makes up of Edo Central. I have given all of this analysis. But they say we'll not reach 50,000 in population. I'll address any much later. I refuse Begima. You understand? So we'll address all of this later. Now, the truth is this. It's going to be very brutal. We don't care anymore. Wa mo opa mahinga okie. Wa gbepa. Motamu wana meni Izoduwa taira. Me am a plan here ma. I'm a master strategist. Me aru modia. Me ake wage ya giege. What we need to do in the next 6 months to 1 year, we are going to concentrate on the 7 local government of Edo, that makes up of Edo South. We are going to unite. A lot of things are under the pipeline. In about 2 weeks, you're going to be seeing a remnant of how the Benins were in the old. The remnant of how Benins were in the old. We are taking the bull by the action. We are going to be fighting several people at the same time. And we are going to be very loud about it. Okay, matter yekina eni here no. I have designed step 1, step 2, step 3. A step 1 where me na. Oh, we emi anoso no be Friday. Maru we. Yes, that one is going to linger for 1 week or 2 weeks. I had a very money. Only my money go. Only I hear boy. Step 2, my money my ego wa. I for who udoviri. Maya money akpokpa. If you are thinking that just the way we allowed Godwin to mess us up, we are going to allow anybody to repeat it itself again, they should think again. I will answer your question. Why would Palace support Monday? I will answer your question, my brother. And let me give you this parable. I will use this parable to answer this question, my brother. This is a parable. Everywhere not beware. Honor our meva. Where? One more way. Or you want me vanny? We're not John. When are you yagie? Wajo. When are you yagie? The Nukpo giver. Honor you ye. Nukpo giver. Honor you ye. Then when I do beer Omo we na we amomo. Nukpo geva no you gira on na we amomo. We not you know why you ya neru we mo money joge no wa nukpo geva no ma yo ya nera on we momo. Then era hagi gahu uwe because we modion na gahu no we egbo we giro wa otun wa ba giro in hagi gahu we no gahu no we no wa akpa misika no gahu no we no wa akpa misika anko de no ma akpa misika anko we no sure ni aye. There were issues that were unresolved that I talked about 3 years or 4 years before the gubernatorial election that I heard last year. And I said that if you people do not call Godwin to action, it will not be politicized. When it is politicized, who was not supposed to get to that government house will get to that government house. You people go and look at my live videos 3-4 years ago, for crying out loud. I predicted that was going to happen. So it was a choice in which Godwin had forced the royal institution had bust them a corner, that it not depends on the survivor of the royal institution not to choose anything that has to do with that son. No, it's a common sense. The first instinct of every living thing is survivor. What do you think is the priority of the Oba Benin? What do you think is your own priority? Your own priority as a human being is to survive. Likewise, the priority of the royal institution to survive. And the only way the royal institution, with everything Godwin threw at that royal institution, was to ensure that anything that has to do with Godwin doesn't get there to Sadebe Avenue and continue from where their boss started. It's a common sense that you all Benin people should have known. If you people had talked to him, you see the problem. I cried. I said, if the elders of the land could not talk to Godwin. Megayana, a senator, Ogbe Pisto. A senator, a banyagi be pisto. A man is sunu yeni, or a bagi be pisto, a piste ha. Or in the past 3-4 years. Episode in the past 3 to 4 days. He has written almost 5 episodes in the last 4 months. But in the 8 years of Godwin Obaseki, he did not write one single episode. Because he was benefiting. He did not know that Obaseki was weakening the kingdom. You know, I said it 2 months ago. A month ago, a video my mentorship class. I said he weakened us. When he was weakening us as a people, I was former Senator Magwan, because Ovie was a commissioner. He didn't speak. He didn't say Eminanana, Emma, likewise every other elders. None of them spoke because they were benefiting from that government. Now, the government they are no longer benefiting from, they are not criticizing. A patriotism. A buying ayawa amedoe. A buying that Gemobase vedo. Suddenly they now found their missing voices. It is still the same message that it is still the same message that I'm passing. It is still the same message that I'm passing to the current APC members who have been in. The same message. It is still the same message that I'm passing to APC members. That wawe gununia wamaiwe Egwa. Gemo base. Wa magi hen na. Wa magi hen. But you also forget that power is transient. Wamagi yiri Izoduwa be so ya atam wana wani vie do no very PC that traditional institution must be protected with our life, whether as APC member or PDP members. That is always the mistake we make. If you allow them rubbish it, because if you want me again, you will have yourself to blame. I will not blame myself because I tried. Everybody is trying to say that now social media now our voice is reach. Where our voice one reach? During when Obaseki did it, my voice passed social media. Social media, every voice in every say. May I see or may I back Obaseki would there? I be may I have money avec Obaseki. It was the same social media. I mean, Namaya Gualo, man. Ijegan. They tell them, I will yegan. No wahala. Ibe yo. Ibe lajen wuwa. Ibe yo. Ibe lajen. I don't know pepe. Where yegan, lude. Where yegan, have you been persecuted for what you believe in? I have been persecuted for what I believe in. So you think I will now also be afraid because another set of people are in the government house who will also want to persecute me because they will threaten me? Or I have any yegan? Yegan be ladjan. I will be gan. Or you think any APC persons can buy me off? PDP couldn't buy me. How do you think APC will be able to buy me? Like I said, I would never have done this live video if it is not concerning my traditional matter. I don't talk about government. I don't criticize them. Oh, when in 4 years, I'm a talk about do maybe Ladjan will complain. Ukboni, di lie, even lie, or tin lie. They say tin na be gwaligo ya di moto e jeep. Me have a hustle. If it the jeep. Or right Tacoma. If it the Tacoma fun here. But ne etinibo na me adwa atase ma by January. Ukbo ya no redo ya atai o. Me do pay tax. Aba atai ukbo. E me soluk mo yaru. Oh, no, now I will also ask your question. The palace never got involved in politics. The palace never got involved in politics. You are mistaking it. The palace only wanted to protect his institution by ensuring that anything that has to do with Godwin was cut off. That has nothing to do with Aswen. I have explained it. Palace had no issue with Aswen Igodalo. Palace have every issue with Godwin. Palace needs to survive. Just like you as an individual will need to survive. The major reason why people leave Nigeria and go to overseas is to survive. Immigration is one of a natural skill God gave to all humans or even animals as part of their survival skills. Palace didn't get involved in politics. Palace needed to survive, and the only way it could survive was to ensure that whatever ideas or anything that has to concern Godwin was not established. If that's what you call politics, so it is. So it is. Where Moisi Dame, who are female, were Bemoa, then and Oisi be women to blast your head. They were because of politics. Near him, when you blasted it, man. Survival mode, bro. When me I we are female, oh, see now going make a blasted it away. Also, no, I blasted it, Godwin. It was just unfortunate that Ashwan was not the scapegoat that was used. Now, more than a temata. Should we also ask? Should we also ask now why D7 is getting involved in tradition? Should we also ask why D7? Okay, we should be asking D7 and why he's getting involved in tradition. The tradition must survive. Or should I also not tell you all the things that Godwin did? I will monkey face no you beg every day for the past 3-4 years. But are you aware that he was under the payroll of Godwin Obaseki? Or you want me to give you evidence? The Ogiamien who are sworn to embarrass themselves. They were under his payroll. So let's get issues clear. You guys are too emotional and sentimental. When I idiot ni reza o do ni rewebo any but like I said, I don't mind, and I want to say it again. I want to say it again. Like I said before, I don't mind. I want to say it again. I don't mind taking any Godwin Obaseki's fan on a debate. On a debate. I don't mind. I don't mind. On a debate. If he can be able to prove to me that Palace was wrong and Godwin was right, I will apologize. That everything I've ever said, I will do a video apologize, and I will do an apology later on all newspaper, on 2 or 3 national newspaper to apologize. But if I'm also able to prove to you that a Swingane meant to destroy us, you people will also apologize to us. So let's not make it. But the point I'm trying to raise, it is never this bad though. Okay, let's look at it. Before Godwin Obaseki came, why total and think this thing that I want to tell you now. Before Godwin Obaseki came, how were the Benins viewing themselves? As one people united under that I don't have facts. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? No Sahai. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me that we don't have facts? Are you seriously kidding me that we don't have facts? Were you blind to a video when Monkey Face came out? What you do not know, don't argue it. There was a video that Monkey Face, if you don't have it, request for it. We have a video of Monkey Face when 3 police officers from the state government had guided him to his community. The vehicles that was carrying 2 vehicles, a police vehicle and the motor Monkey Face for do like do, were vehicles from the government house, which Monkey Face came out on live and said it that he was under Godwin Obaseki's government protection. Don't also forget, when we got hold of his number, we tracked all the people that were in constant talk, and one of the person that was always in constant talk with monkey face was not here, not lehian or biasage uyinesun. And 1 or 2 government officials from the government house. So, like I was saying, coming to Iyeki, let's discuss that now. Coming to Iyeki, let's discuss that now. I don't want to go through all the histories of the Iyekis. It has already been established. There are so many allegations, counter allegations, a lot of allegations saying Iyaloja nonsense, Pastor Cellophane. There was even a video that came out this morning that was saying that the palace had empowered her. The palace had empowered the royal Atana, that the palace said that she should unite. She's a goddamn bloody liar. We have gone deep to the inner circles. And I can tell you that Pastor Cellophane is going from one house to the other of very important people in Benin Kingdom who are within the royal cycle. Stampeding, going to their houses uninvited to appeal, begging, that the proclamation of the palace, if there is a way that Naya Degberi and Mende, and those people told her wholeheartedly, and those people came out and talked wholeheartedly, told her that all by Batene. So if anybody is waiting for palace to Nadwanyanya, Batane, which is, there is no goddamn Iyaloja. There is no goddamn Oviegwen Muyeki Vedo. There is nothing like Iyeki General. I don't want to go through all of that. A lot of persons have seen thousands, millions of write-ups on that matter. So our own is to enforce the royal declaration, to ensure that Kirokoma declare, let them go and subsumed or go against the traditional process of how Iyeki is being was instituted as an institution. That's where there will be a problem. So our job as citizens in Benin Kingdom is to ensure that the palace Molok Bene, palace will not speak on that matter anymore, just in case you are wondering. Palace will not do verification. All those things, not tahia, where or by batene. Palace will not go and be saying, suffice to what His Royal Majesty stated, suffice to what the Royal Majesty said. We confirm that Josephine is not Iyaloja of Edo Central and Edo North, Edo South. Am I able to understand? So, if you're expecting that from the palace, that's never going to come. Oba have said it. His Royal Majesty have said it. And whatever he said cannot be subsumed by any event before or after. Any event that took place before Oba's declaration is null and void. And every event that took place after Oba's declaration is null and void. The only declaration on the matter is what the palace have said. So what I am appealing, what I have appealed to our people, most especially the PDP, this politician, is that of what advantage is it to us as a people if we are disunited? Uwaya we mehoa or to uwaya we gwaho. I said this story few days after my wedding. Manaya, one of the Enoge ya anyo. 2 days after my wedding, we went to see a particular Enoge of Ohove, the young, fine Enoge. We went to see him in somewhere in Benin. In that class, in what I discussed with him, if you remember, some of you watched that video, I said, during the British invasion in 1897, Ezomo, who is the second in command in the war general after Iyase, who was supposed to lead the Benin troop to war, he said at that time, and I quote, "Enyo sia menogbedo okona omakanye nisia menogbedo iya bibiya ni ya muhu dae." Quote and unquote. He said the war does not concern him, but he's duty bound as a second in command to have led the Benin troops against the British invaders. But he said, no, it doesn't concern me. I was not the one who went to kill the Oyibo people. Amen. It doesn't concern me. It doesn't concern me. The British defeated us. Today, the Ezomo family or the Ezomo is not even lesser than a councillor of Oredo. But let's assume he had fought on the side of Benin first. He would have been a war hero. Secondly, maybe the British wouldn't have won. We don't know. It still would have been Ezomo, who is the wealthiest of all the nobles. Ezomo Pakekan. Oye le loba type me a face of monoba. The story of Ezomo and Oba Udagbedo, if you people can remember history. Ezomo is the only noble. And Ezomo was the first man in the history of Benin. No, he's a ni ya wigwe ya guohun. Eni ya guohun. Ezomo did it. Oba Akenzwa the first did it. Iyase Noheme did it. And Oba Akenzwa the second. Yes, Oba Akenzwa the second. Yeah, I think Oba Akenzwa the second also did it. Only 4 people have ever done already a Niyagwe. One is Omo. One Iyase Noheme. And Oba Akenzwa the first and Oba Akenzwa the second. Ezomons were that wealthy. But he said, Okorima Kain, just like some Benin people think that Amakaya, let the ancestors go and fight. Let the ancestors go and fight. They think that they are hurting us. They think that they are hurting Izoduwa. Or they think that they are hurting the palace of the Oba of Benin. But they didn't know that they are hurting themselves. because of their myopic mindset. Just like I told them 3-4 years ago. If elders at that time, having elders in the war read over again, if they had, let's assume 10 or 20 prominent elders, if they had come together and warned Obaseki that irrespective of what differences you have with His Royal Majesty, he remains your father. He remains your father. If he was scolded and was publicly rebuked, he would have come to apologize to His Royal Majesty, and this wouldn't have happened. This Obaseki Osie. You know, girl, I want to defend down. See, it's just like you people cannot actually sit down and analyze a D7 Obaseki in a way, out of his stubbornness, out of maybe his foolishness, brought D7. No more D7 re. Emma na mo D7 re. Nye ni Godwin or mo D7 re. If he had listened to our voice, because our voice was so little, I had expected. Why was some of us were screaming on our lungs? Is that the others, the people who probably he would listen to, they would have, boy, are the governmenters and tell him that area I little bad type man. Irrespective of what issue, settle it. Let's settle it. What are the issues on ground? Present your issues. What is your grievances, if there are any, against the Majesty? Agagimione, boy, baba. You know how I was worry baba. Ya boy. Oh dear boy, or do ye boy? Ovia do no. You must respect your father. Okay, ye boy. How are ya boy? A D7 wouldn't have happened. Now they are blaming us that we brought D7. But here am I hearing I'm with D7 because of the stubbornness of Godwin. But I'm trying to let them know that you guys brought this guy upon us. If he had seen reason, if he had not contented with that institution at that time, where we are now, we won't even be there. Maybe Ashwin would have been the one speaking all of those big English. We don't know. They told me ama. But that one can never be as bad or close to being bad. Senorona, I give bad the seven. I give bad the Sonona. I'm sorry. In what year should. In what year, I'll have I'm what year King Square. Now, if I'm what year, okay, I'm we are the King Square. I don't have a hotel youth. Ni ari kan bolu oni san. Where so wan royal vote ne. E time e pa total e wanu gari gile. E tiger na de heni kiwe tiger na total e wa. Na re gile. Oh, let me not laugh. Ah, God damn it. God damn it. Total you wow. So if anybody is blaming anybody, don't tie myself. If I be tied from the beginning, I will vote for Morokba. So don't tie me to anybody. I didn't vote for anybody. You understand? But why the fake Godwin is big lesson? You understand? But the lesson is very good. You understand? That's what we are also trying to tell him now, that not loud. Because it is easy for you to deceive. You know, they are currently saying that we are not up to 50,000, that we are even minority in Edo South. We agree. You understand? All said in 2028, I know a minority of Edo, I know a majority of Edo. You understand? But that most of us decided not to even vote. But that will not be the case in 2028. And if where you the Chris? Well, we do not vote in this line up. Line up. What about the 2020 stroke of king? Line up. It's confusing me. My matter on me, it's confusing me. So let's Izoduwa focus. So like I said, apropos speaker, if you had come earlier, the man in question actually has a good heart. I've analyzed it. But if around there, if you do the hatred is glaring. Is actually a nice person. For all of my research that I found, that is a nice person. But it shows that are vampires. When any go now they have so what one we boy we bori I wish so many be toilet no we bo one hang so is with a mandate to get your fune so it's your man no sunuwa so really ties really what ties so but the bottom line is that I want BD people to carry from all of this conversations. My vote is not rock bar. So my vote is not rock bar. I have so so the truth is, we have mapped out strategy. That strategy is in three stages. Stage 1, that's what we're currently executing. I'm not going to tell you stage 2. Alright, but stage 2 day very soon. Then after stage 2, I like stage 3. I tell you this 3 stages for Iyaloja why worry? You understand? I have always told Benins, calm down. They say we they make noise for social media, not be only social media. We they get things done. We're gonna get things done. Don't worry. We're gonna get things done. So we're gonna get things done. Okay. So everybody should be after this. We're gonna galvanize funds and resources. We need funds and resources. Only that I cannot mention what those funds and resources will be used for, so that we don't want to preempt anybody. Whatever we are doing now, we're going to be very secretive about it. We're going to be very calculative about it. We are not against anybody. We're always saying that what the royal declaration must be carried out. The royal declaration must be carried out. All right, so there's no way I'm going to say it. So we're going to be very secretive about it, but Benins will just be saying things unfolding. But all I can guarantee you, my queen me no go baseke ya sekese no na sekese we you know. So and like I always say me in a manner threatening is once they don't dance towards traditional institution, Oma kame kanya. May we live video. When I get me, I will live video. Say may we live video. I just teach our people our history and what we need to do. You know, that's all. Then all of the strategy like I've said, is to ourselves. We're not going to reveal anything. We are not going to be very loquacious again we're not going to talk about so many things, but we're just going to but we're going to raise funds. We're going to raise resources. We're probably going to create a WhatsApp group. I asked Paimontian to create a WhatsApp group. We're going to filter everybody that comes in. One of the reasons everybody is going to fit, we're going to need people to come in, is because we're going to raise resources. Don't whenever I tell you that we're going to raise resources, the first thing that has to come to your mind, as far that I'm involved, every single penny a Paidigin is trying to join. Okay, I will add a Paidigin in about 10 minutes. So every single resources will be accounted for. And moreover, Idigui, so other persons are going to hold it, but we're going to give accountability to everybody. But we need to come together. People have asked us, what do we do? What? You don't need to do anything. Leave the thinking. I hear your packet in a godroom, ma in my grigriao, but God has blessed and also I will do. So Washoni animal, we know what we'll do. We have strategized, we've talked about it, we have had series of meetings, we've talked about it. We are not going, like I said, we are not going to protest. Some persons want to protest, they are free to protest, but protesting is not from me. What we are doing is sensitization and enforcement. That the sensitization is that this is the declaration of the Oba of Benin. So every market woman must follow the traditional means of electing Iyeki. So if you already have Iyeki, through that process, maintain it. If anybody wants to go and form association of market women, they are free to form association of market women. But they are also not free to coerce anybody to join their markets. And they are also not free to bring another structure into the marketplace, because there is already a structure of how leadership is structured in marketplace. So you can't impose your own structure, but you are free to have your own association. They tell any if we not really be better meeting. Why, like every other association, is a Manibura association, not a club, not a meeting, a meeting. Why are doing or why women meeting? Why are doing or why meeting or association? So why are doing is anybody who wishes to join can join. You might need to understand. We cannot stop that. But you not go to seize the structure, or you not call of market, that is not allowed. You can also come and impose your own structure into the market. That is not also allowed. That is what we are going to fight. And we are going to fight very seriously. Now, don't also forget that for some of you who does not like the face of the kingdom, but you are a Benin person, also know that this Iyeki structure predates, has always been there. Don't forget that the oldest market is Ekyogiso. Everybody knows that story, Ekiagbado. Ekiagbado has been existing since the Ogiso era. The oldest market in Benin is Ekiagbado. The second oldest market in Benin is Ekyogiso. I think that was Ekyogiso was instituted. When I wrote 100 Facts about Great Benin, I think it was instituted by Asechi Obano Becky. Was it about Ugwola? I'm trying to remember the Oba. But shortly after, let me tell you the three oldest markets in Benin. Ekiagbado, which was formerly called Ekyogiso, Ekioba, then Ekyokbara. Ekyokbara no longer exists. Ekenati Ekyokbara on Ekene St. Matthew's here. Ekiware wana ati Ekyokbara, where you've heard of the Ekyokbara Treaty. Our Ekyokbara tree. There were so much. That market survived till the 50s. I think when I was with the latest of mine, told me that but when all those trees, why the colonials need to follow those trees, because that was a natural trade. It can be St. Matthew's. That was the third oldest market in Benin, before every other market now came eventually. before every other market now came. Oba Boeki. All of these markets were established by the Obas of Benin. Obas of Benin. So I know. So we're not going. We're not going. No, you signify. Probably you. Paimontian will send his number here so that everybody. But now, I think I've done a bit of talk. So let's move on to. So I'm opening up the live so that everybody can join. You can call in direct so that everybody can join. Oh, Salobo. Add. Second is Ekioba, then third is Ekiobaga. Sorry, Larry. The pie digging, I'm trying to add you. Where's the pie digging? So, but anybody can add themselves into the video so that we can. So, sorry, people can call in, please. Can call in. If you want to also join, if you want to join the live, you can call in. So, but Paimonti Arewa. No. Every single account must be screened. Immediately that account is added, we'll do a group WhatsApp call so that we can identify a network. Madam Mowi, a network, if not no, a call, Larry. So, but I've ended the call. But why it's no. Everybody that comes in, I can call it each numbers with a video call and assess the kind of a person, no raw. Before every person will be added. Even at the level of the WhatsApp, we might not even tell you what we want to use it for. Whatever resources, whatever funds we are gathering, whatever we want to use it for. But agagi swen okay, do you understand? Okay, so you open a WhatsApp group. So you open a WhatsApp group on this Iyeke matter. You open a WhatsApp group, you add each and every person will send you a private WhatsApp number. Pin a WhatsApp number where you want. Abi on my way pin a WhatsApp number where you want. So each person around life in not only a deba, they will send you a WhatsApp message. Then Udo add in, they'll just say, I like to be the Iyeke group. So it's only for the purpose of tackling this issue. Once the issue has been tackled, we can dissolve it. Do you understand? We can dissolve it. So let me see who wants to join. I think someone is okay. If you are unable to join, yeah. If you also, no, I think through the group, because through the group probably you get the account number and all of that. So if you join the group, once you've made your donation, it's basically for donation. Once you've made the donation, you can leave the group. You can exit. But when you want to exit, you just say I'm exiting. I'm exiting so that it doesn't sound suspicious. So that it doesn't sound suspicious. So you can say you want to exit. I think my plan a coup. Actually, we are not planning any coup. My bina na ya biome de me cockroach na me alehia bina but erini no salobari ni ma afeko alu ya dole doyi. All right. Okay, people can donate without joining the group. Abi, okay. If I want to say Mario, because I think what their reasons are quite very genuine. Their reasons are quite very genuine. So please, I would, if I want to, I think you can pin your account. You can pin your account. You can pin. Okay, the live chat is not working. Sorry. You can pin your account on here so that any persons who donate, but also add your phone number so that they can get to they can send you the receipt and all of that so that you can get acknowledged. So at the end of the day, every single thing will be accounted for. I give accountability for every single thing. I give accountability. So don't worry about accountability. Accountability will be given to the last 100 naira. Nobody is going to take 100 naira off the money. Nobody is going to take 100 naira off the money. What the money is going to be used for, we cannot say it. It's secret. But that's all I can say. But as time progresses, you see it. And when I mean you see it, in next 2-3 weeks, you will see action. You will see action. And we have agreed. So per month, you pin your account. You pin your account. So then you pin your phone number. All right, you pin your phone number as well so that you pin your account, you also pin your phone number so that by the time they make all of our donations, so that it can be acknowledged that you received it. Only time. So, but if they are, I think it's working now. You can add. Someone wanted to add, but he declined. Let him pin his account. So, no. So I really don't want us to. By Monday, we are waiting. No, voila. Zege, so that we conclude. Only ties. But see, seriously, we're going to be giving. I'm going to be coming very frequently, maybe 2 times in a month. I'm just going to be giving you updates. Yes, you can donate. We have agreed that there will not be any WhatsApp group. We have agreed. Bill Steven. So we have agreed there's not going to be any WhatsApp group. We have agreed we're just going to pin and we're going to account. I have now G7 maybe set it up. I'll see D7. Pin understand? Okay. I will explain to you Chasha Gift Benson. So can someone help pin it? Chasha Gift Benson. So what the donations is going to be for is that all of these issues that are going on, all kind yeki. No, twice in a week I won't be able to do. I'm very busy. Again, man. When my Emanere UK normal day okay. You will live video a dead egg be manam and we no bo. So many reni when me so wawakota ban straight to bed because I would have been very exhausted. You know how strenuous it can be for us. You know how strenuous it can be for us. It's really, really very strenuous for us. Some of us that are working pretty very hard, So my annual body. So 2 weeks, once in a week might not even be possible for me because sometimes even Saturdays and Sundays I go to work. More matter. So my IT pin who can help pin? Dale, let me see. Pin this comment, okay. Let me take ban away for streaming. Yeah, I think it's pinned now. Abi, why am I on? So, like I said, there shouldn't be anything for us to worry about. I wanted to talk about the Ikadeline. Why we might go and can Ikadeline? Why we might go and can Ikadeline? Dori Agwan can, because I wanted to um Ikadeline and Nobaya de Doi. I mean Nobaya de Doi. Number one is the what's it called? Is the Via tire, quite confused. I'm exhausted. No. There will be a lot of actions. Don't worry about that. See, one of the things we're trying to do is that we're trying to tell our mothers not to get involved in politics. Our mothers not to get involved in politics anymore. Our mothers not to get involved in politics. I know some persons will say, why did Palace get involved in politics? I have explained it. Palace did not get involved in politics. It's self-preservation. Obaseki Osie Eyanana Yena. And I've also explained and all the eventualities. And I furtherly explained that if elders, I have learned in recent times, I just tell people, I said, I do not blame Obaseki as much as I blame elders in Benin Kingdom. Elders. I blame them. And sometimes they feel that I just insult elders because I'm sorry that I insult them. I'm not supposed to. Quite all right. I'll apologize for that. But they were the reason why all of these issues tarried. If we know why I didn't, he might know. It's our son. Talk to him. Were you guys afraid of him? Oh, I don't mind say 70 years. I be 80 years if one do, I be 90 years if one do. New Boma, people who have seen it all. People who are 10 times richer than him, 5 times richer than him, even with every money, normal Warioba and all of that. There's a lot of Benins were still richer than him. The Benins who have accomplished more in life than him. All of this, they would have come together as elites and call him Ovima Larry. Oh, imagine no someone every year me buy you someone why do you total? Again, I ain't ever do. Over do you want to this is a one of this is a one of this is a one of this is a one. What are the issues? What caused all of these issues? He would definitely have one or two things to say, definitely. Then I will be told, no, the Oba can never be wrong. That's one statement of fact every Benin man should know. The Oba can never be wrong. The only tie say whether you think is wrong or is not, the Oba can never be wrong. So your guy bear your abuhine, adori baba of the go to or go for 3 hours at discipline. Only a doni man at discipline. Why not discipline governor? Why am we Doriana? You discipline him. Don't I discipline on Marie? You come out publicly and said that. We try to discipline him. It didn't take. Whatever you see, you should bear. I have a very that Benin betrayed you. I tell Buwodu Marie, but all the elders they all kept quiet. Then suddenly they not found. It is now they not found their voice. Suddenly they found a voice. Ni very pissy na anyway gunu na because they have one already who food day man not if you talk. Anyway gunu na. You understand? Any work gunu na zoom. Again, you have a lie power. You have a lie power work way. Again, I don't have palace is the ultimate. Exactly what I want PDP of. That Benin men are known for truth, for honesty, for integrity. I we do. Wama me ba bode. Am I to understand? Wama me ba bode. So now, I we do ni bere. Awo kane awe filo ni do no we mimi hiri. Okwe commissioner ne commissioner of okwe commissioner ne inya commissioner without portfolio. Then awe ministry awe ni go ye. Oh, it's calling. Awe ministry ni go ye. Eri no wow. Okwe commissioner without portfolio. Salary or big boy 1 million. Today 1 million in here. Can that big one? Awe a woman. Nearly lead the protest too. So, but that is where we have found ourselves. But in truth, by the power of God and our ancestors, we will surmount all of our problems. And like I said, we are not the problems of this kingdom. Izoduwa and every other persons who are fighting for this kingdom will continue to speak to this on behalf of this kingdom. We will continue, we will fight and speak. We will continue to fight and fight and fight and fight and fight for this kingdom to the rest of our life. And maybe Zobo, many we one day. Yeah, I even Maya fight. My brother Douglas Mati, Iyaloja matter, I'm money gone. Money gone. So implementation my year. You understand? Anybody can be Iyaloja. But what we have said, there's no Iyaloja. If who or to area zedoni. Our primary concern is our 7 local governments. So there is no Iyaloja in 7 local governments that makes up Benin Kingdom or that makes up of Edo South. The Iyaloja re Edo Central, Edo North. Onima Kaima. We are not saying that there is no Iyaloja in Edo State. We are saying that a part of Edo State called Benin Kingdom, Iyaloja erema, Iyekiamiema. So Otesa ya motawe afema odo de ya gwali ya loja de ya ma ode na larie kiorian meni abumi ade me ke na laye ke kpoma ve ekuromi me ama ya de ari awe kini nya ya institute ya loja yodo. That's what I have said. There's no limit to we are at 1 million, you're not at 2 million. There's no limit because in aya ubun. Even 1 or 2 things we have done since on Friday have cost us close to 500,000 already. And that just came from 1 or 2 persons' pockets. So, and there's a whole lot that will be done. There are a whole lot. It's just that I cannot preempt, but we are not resting on the matter. While we're there Friday, the matter never, in short, the matter never starts. So in many cases, anybody can do any. Our primary concern is our kingdom, which is our 7 local government. My gwali Iyaloja, my gwalo we going. No we do we iye kinyama. So only those who came from the 7 local governments can become iyeki. It's a plain English. Let's not be diplomatic about this matter. There's no diplomacy about this matter. Only a Benin woman can become an Iyeki. Only a Benin woman can become an Iyeki. So any other person in Iyeki we winner can carry. That's what we are saying. It's as simple as ABCD. So I will go home. My brother Douglas. Also, what I'm saying is Douglas, man. There's no matter about Iyaloja. Iyaloja is not in Benin Kingdom and will never be. All right. One kind of will just enforce. That's it. So any other video, like I said, any video you saw before the coronation, you saw before I said before the coronation, any video you saw before what the Oba said or after what the Oba said, or any subsequent video you will still see, or a video in Kaima, they are just trying to survive. The ultimate blow has already been given. A video, any video ni fear of what? Of many are dear kimi do yeki. That's our concern. We are peaceful people. We don't need with Agbina, but you cannot come and institute whatever. So that's what we are saying. So anything done before Oba's declaration or after Oba's is null and void. As far as the Oba has said it, Egwa have said it, and that's it. So we shouldn't. My brother, general opinion, I've explained this thing, and you just come in. The palace Oba Bateme, when my Naya have a do. The palace does not need to release a statement on that matter. The palace have said what they have said. The palace have said what they have said. I don't know. I'm trying to add a jigging. Izoduwa, Domono wa. Igwe wa ye odo ye kore on. Ukparo do a.
Webe ime a.
Wa dere jigging.
Bebe ime
ya wasu. But why am I not seeing him? What are you all seeing him? Mero, what there you man?
Bebe wetu.
Abiari Iyaloja area where boko ti o bare.
When we are very well now.
Okay, that's enough. We're going here with my leader.
Waka bo wesi a meeting na kutana. Uja I see a woman. Do and Potabawe were already manibun to so do when the team said. I was saying I asked Lunia, Maya, when the team said, yeah, no gwe, a timaroba, can you redo, can you receive? Ima Kulo Kigo Kube, Yasu, Yana, Yagmire. I have quit or Loredo, and yeah, the way they do Yasu. Yamuja even together. There have never been any time the like about Siloba like now. It shows Umagbana Donatani saw the no stop Butedo.
The matter.
Any cow. Or said or yes, fear the Viedo, the Mawe be the matter of Ba. Every matter of year, every matter without Ba. So you're about it like about the record now. Oga to Oga Be. Kevin Emma women. My brother, because Oba take you also the Mayena. Then forgetting the Dusaka any man boy no to know. So Masoma Gua will know what we are saying. Obaseki, the way he was able to manage, he was not able to manage humans, or say Mayena, and their different interests. In government, you work with the good, the bad, and the ugly. Even Oba no Rekete, can you carry here or here? He knows the good, the bad. Yes, so you cannot be a leader where some few persons are young or you know, or young, but Musa, what in 97 or now, it's also good for us. People, the unity that now as a people, maybe in my area, thank God for the very first time. The bed when you have matter Iyaloja both the ones at home and the ones in the diaspora. It shows where something good is about to happen in Benin Kingdom.
Amen.
And God and the ancestors are alive to change that negative narrative about us over the years. And God will also help us make the right political leaders that will lead the Benin nation out of all the shame, out of all the laughter or scum near Gimae. God will bring the right and this 7 era will quicken it for us as a people.
Yes.
I think the way we work about ebi ti la adegbe ti gbegbe
Yeah.
2 months. There's a lot of work to be done, and our people are eager. Our people are eager all over the world to join in this new revolutionary move, not so now in Benin Kingdom. So we are not going to keep them waiting. We are going to be giving them updates and direction from time to time. The resources back. We have people who have the resources. 1 naira, 2 naira, 3 naira is a whole lot. It becomes something reasonable at the end of the day. So my brother, bless you. Do now. Where say why you watch a program now? All of you should keep tuned so that people can continue to join in this struggle. Why I will say?
Domo, where say? Domo. So if there are other calls, I think there are other people are requesting. Let me add Power Bazwai. Okay, the person. So you can make requests. Many power at Tawaba. I address I know some persons called me and talked about a Haimesu Nojena Sonari Kude Matana. Oh God. And they didn't visit Sampa for Oha told me Abi visit Sampa for Oha told me on here to because see, let me tell you, that's what people don't understand. It is not that we don't know 1 or 2 corrupt people who are soiling the name of the palace in shame and in shame. Let me not say they are soiling the power. In shame. Not that we cannot call them out. It's because when we look at the palace, we just tell ourselves that Adwa Gwan Kanya, Etinya survey yo, Adwa Gwan Kanya, it not create a room for some persons who really might not understand the intent of our conversation to start throwing negative words to the palace. The palace is what is protecting them. And they don't know, not that we are afraid to tell you that Uyina Hina Ekinoedo. Many so do I hiya, memo rockba. But it's just shameful that you can be in an institution where it is expected some level of conduct and decorum is expected of you as a Jaime. But you are more interested. You are more interested in what gets to your hand than speaking the truth. Even in matter Iyaloja, ma temesu from our findings and research. If you see the speech that Noah go viral do meeting. If you see the speech that we're talking that a cellophane and be Josephine that anatame unite. Ama kyohaneni egwama kyohaneni ilalobo osimini boom. Sometimes when I say that, when I say some certain things, I say some certain things out of conviction, out of the truth. A lot of things. Now, do you know? When you look at some of these things, you shake your head. And when you look at it, that is this the primary purpose why you are in the palace? To obstruct justice against your own people in support of Oriobi? Then you shake your head. You just shake your head. Who are you? No, she was lying. Didn't she also lie when she came to the palace and said that I inaugurate, whereas I inaugurating Yene? She lied. She lied in the presence of His Majesty. So every other thing that you saw she's saying on that video are clear lies. But I mean, if they are telling you people some of these things, didn't you reason? They take Governor Amioba, for example, privately. Do you know processes he will follow before he can see His Majesty? You think say our king now all those other kings that you can just go and see. Do you know the protocols you will need to follow? Not to think about Pastor Cellophane. Yeah, Amioba. I don't suppose Benins should start using their number head. Voya mio eh? When my do tell how the thing they difficult how one mio power. That is, it's a difficult thing. The protocol there, whatever we understand. Voya mio eh one no eh. Voya mio eh. They are not me. So I forget the matter now. That always go and unite. The Josephine all unite here. All united. They know it the mewo. Why will? No what the mewo. Iye kino ire kyogba. All in aziyo. Hey God damn. Aziyo bare ejoma. Ore ejoma. Oh, para ejoma. Ora vigwe to ya discuss here. Ora 12 yechinibo ejoma. Oh. The mighty are falling. No ejoma. Megi mioni ogena fevera. Mioni na figun. God damn it. Ukbi ha egbe fe. Then I actually lare there mema on because eovi yoba. But iyi man abia no magwe yoti yoba there. Ona yaze get where yoba na zo ejoma. Jesus Christ of Nazareth. It is what we have condescended to as a people, and our people we are trying to tell them that let's unite so that we should start telling ourselves how we have diminished, how we have reduced ourselves to outsiders in the time past. We have to carry ourselves in the ego and pride that we have always been known for. And they will not know. They'll start looking for how to insult their ancestors, not our ancestors. Am I really So now we must conduct ourselves in the highest possible standard that we have been known for all this while. We have been known for all this while. Times are changed. We will fight for the greatness of this kingdom. We will do everything humanly possible to ensure that this kingdom continue to rise and rise until it gets to the Eldorado where it's supposed to be. And we have to do that in collectivism. We have to do that together. We have to do that in one accord and in unity. And please, I want to beg everybody. You only tell me, we might disagree with ourselves as a people, but we should not be calling our people Oyomba. Please, I want to appeal. I have done countless of lectures on that. Ama ese olore manibun. So some persons say what they say out of pure ignorance. Some out of pure self-centeredness where power government they would have been swimming in money. Some is out of pure ignorance. So we should extend hands of love to our people. Because that fine woman, not going the Kyoba, she said something that was very striking to me. That he was saying that the other faction that they are going to unite with them, because if we do can we not continue to fight ourselves because of interest? Can we not continue? But you started it. I never started it. I called anybody Ogyamba. No, I don't. I beg to differ. I don't use that word. I don't use that word. So I beg to differ. Maybe you are mistaking me for another person. You know, sometimes when they say now part of the people when they criticize Obaseki now, I was criticizing Obaseki based on facts. Based on fact, not based on emotions. I don't do things out of emotions. Even before I came to do this live video, I want to do all my findings. I went to the highest source. When I talk out of confidence. Say, I'm tired. Josephine is going from one house to the other, appealing. Am I we were going or gualo? Or I do up or do him yane vike or the social media or the way social media stunt. A politician won't him. I am making a lie a king a here kinia. O yagmon ye you know. So now lao, it is Sanu Dazi Nikao. As of today, our message from this live video is that we need to start uniting as a people. I'm very serious. Can you beg your ancestors? Can you beg ma? Gariya ba omokoko. Gariya ba omokoko. Let's extend our hands. Okay, sorry, on behalf of Imwentia and his co-travelers. On behalf of Paimwentia and his co-travelers, our young squad, I want to apologize. You understand? I want to apologize. I have my reasons. Always allow because now you are using a fake But the truth is that I never called anybody Oyomba. The only thing I did was that when you just miss you, I just block you. I don't have time for nonsense. I blocked quite a lot. Even my very good friend, Edwin Osahai, I'm sure because I'm using my group, that's why when he block because I was trying to make him serious in, he wasn't taking. And I just blocked him. I wasn't comfortable with what he was. He was trying to force his opinion on me, and that's one thing I never does. He force opinion on Yama. On who can I go ahead next 500 years? I will never come to your live program. I will never come to your comment section. I will never post about you. I just swallow it. If I'm tired of seeing all your insults against the palace, I just block you. You understand? I just block you. But say that I use Oyomba sparingly. Maybe I might have used it, but maybe not more than once or twice. Maybe I was pissed and I'll just say, sorry, I called you Oyomba. Because I know the gravity of that word. Our people know the gravity of that word, but sometimes our people get really emotional. I don't get too really emotional that much. Even now, I just block you. For me to be, I hardly go back and forth. You can't go to any comment section where I was arguing. If I respond to you, it would have been inside my own comment. Sometimes I go to a Paidigins comment, or sometimes if I want to, I go there. But grandma pronounce Ogbonisan. Who were me Ogbonisan? I think I file a case against you. Enina woman where bomb nisan Ogbonisan. Ogbonisan one of Benin Kingdom. But were you there? What bomb nisan? I went to so said. Make God doing what bomb nisan. Were you there? But my mother was pronounce Oyomba. So, but only I cannot. But all work bonus and wrong. Were you there? So you see, these are the people. These are the people you should arrest. You understand? These are the people you should arrest. So many ye in all whatever co do wagwaloy just 500,000 wawari. I set him up. The one whatever co do it boy. No, I was arrested for calling you guys a favorite of Bonisa. I will just betray him. 500K is betrayed sharply. But the point I'm trying to say here is that now I'm appealing. I'm appealing. But whatever Bonisa Prince Ogie. Or whatever Bonisa. So so I want to appeal. Allow. Allow. If we disagree, we can use all manner of words. You dey mad, are you stupid? You know, but not calling anybody Ogiomba. Please. 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 I'm appealing. I try. I've always been appealing to our people, so I'm appealing again. See, Benin Kingdom was built on what it be $500K? 500K naira, 500,000 naira. It was betray. It was betray. Ekino na yari okwe wakota meon. Orio mu abi meshon area be ko ye na opa. Wa ma area be ko no ye na opa. Aya avua muladiawa. With just 500,000 naira, I betray him. You know, sir. So please, And Obaseki used kill and divide for us. He separated us. But I'm appealing. It's not going to help us in the long run. It's not going to help anybody in the long run. We have to come together and we must unite. When we unite, because we're not speaking in one voice. Let us, our nationality is supposed to come first before our political inclination. Those who are politicians, many manage nationality is first because my political views, we are not tinted to one political angle. So our nationality is supposed to be what drives us. Is the first. When it comes to national issues that has to concern us collectively, we must drop those selfish characteristics, that thing that makes us selfish, that makes us that thing that makes us say, I didn't was I get you, I didn't was I get you, I didn't was I get you, or woman, you know. We have to keep those things aside and unite. I'm appealing, otherwise anybody can just come and treat us the way they want and leave. All night talk again, all night talk again, there are no sense of unity. So I'm appealing. So for my next agenda is to unite all Benin people. You understand? I know people who want us to be disunited. Some Benins really want us to be disunited because it favors them. I know people who would, a lot of Benin people who will kill to ensure that we remain disunited because it favors them. But what I'm appealing for is that let us start preaching the message. I'm not saying unity amongst any other person, amongst the 7 local government, Iviedu, Benin people, 7 local government people. Let's unite. You know, please let us unite. I'm appealing. They are unite. So the message. No, they are very fantastic Ogiamen people, Ogiamen family. Yazwa. Some are very fantastic. Some are very fantastic. I told you that the thing about the Ogiamen family is an indoctrination problem. When they are being raised with lies. It's an indoctrination problem. I've had 2 Ogiamens who happen to be my friends, and after discussions ranging from weeks, they just understood because facts don't lie. Facts speak for itself. A matter or de matter. I arwevana agwon okpana atemata. Uwa no a matter unu emeva. Almost no a matter. I defend the matter. When I presented the fact, I asked them to me honor Gwan. After they were done talking, I presented the fact that I said, contravene any of this. These are my facts that I put on the table. So contravene any of the facts. They said, well, I'm sorry, we've been lied to all our lives. So we must unite our people. So now, it may me what. So I think we have come to conclusions. So any person who making the donation to our brother's account, send his phone number is also there. Send him have his phone number, send him whatever distance. So we will need to make contributions. What we want to do with these resources, you will know as time progresses. Like there will be a strong accountability for every single penny that is raised, and we need quite a lot of money, quite a lot of it to be able to individually. We all cannot just single-handedly bankroll the entire process. It's quite heavy. It will be too heavy on few persons. So that's why I want us to collectively do it together. we'll collectively do it together. So in about a week time, I will also announce so that all of us can also join for another edition of our life to also give an update concerning this Yeki and every other matter that is going to make Benin great. So I'm going to be coming not too frequently, but quite frequently, maybe once in a week, like a power advice, maybe once in a week or once in 2 weeks. But when there are important issues that I need to communicate to all of you, I will always come out to communicate to all of you. So I appreciate all of you who had time to come to these. The phone number is pinned. His phone number is below the account number. It's pinned now. Chacha Benz is pinned to the screen. You can see it now. His phone number is pinned to the screen. It's pinned. So if there are things that we need to discuss about, we'll discuss about them. Then we'll look at all of these issues together. But like I said, the message, one of the most important part of the message is that we're going to ensure that this all Iyaloja, Iyeki, whatever is well resolved. We're going to use all strategies that we have to ensure that it does not succeed. Whatever plans that they have, it does not succeed. And it doesn't stop them from playing their politics. We're just saying don't play political things with our tradition. We would not allow that. And screw up for what was pinned. It's a long line. If you screw up, if you look at what was pinned, if you can screw up, you see the phone number. The phone number is beneath the account or so. Do you understand? So I know. So I will at this very junction, I will rest for today, and in about a week time we will converge again. So, but please and please, so and please, like I said, I know that Ogame has quite a very good family members. So for the fact that some wants to use the back, okay. I had told one person, we were just arguing, and I said, God forbid, and I said, worst case scenario in Benin, worst case scenario, God forbid, Osano does it why, Enika why, Dete, God forbid, I am your babedo, God forbid. I am your babedo. Do you think that the Benins will go and be subservient to the Algiamia? So what are they fighting for? Date, for example, God forbid, where I am your babedo. Do the Algiamia people think that any Benin man will want to be subservient to them? Oh, for me, area oh, for me, area for me, wa. Have Iyaloja people, Otagbogbo, huh? So need 1 year I gather go. You understand? So let's assume, God forbid, any car why Osano does it why I am your babedo. Do you think that Izoduwa, every other Benin person, will go and be subservient to Riazeti Arisco? So they are totally so I don't even know what their problem is. Do they actually think that anybody will actually give a damn about them? So Garcia, honestly, sometimes when I see what they post, I just put laugh emoji. Ha 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 ha. I was one. I was one. Otagbogbo. Only all those are Otagbogbo talk. All those are Otagbo, those Ogiame. Some, not all of them. Some of those Ogiame family, those are Otagbogbo talk. So so I'll see you guys. So for those who came late, you can rewind it from the beginning, and I'll see you guys very soon. So, but the most important thing, we should not have any fear. We should not have any fear. We're going to handle it, and we're going to handle it with our ancient wisdom, and God helping us. So, Obedoya talk by you. You say.